Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Eric, and
we gotta eat them all. Today we are cooking Squirtle. We're doing a very classic, traditional Squirtle soup today. So, yeah.
Yeah. Made with freshwater Squirtle. The saltwater Squirtle is only found on one island. Very rare. I think it's illegal.
Pretty sure they're protected
subspecies. They're a protected subspecies. So this is a freshwater Squirtle, much more common. In case anybody was wondering.
We were unable to find a local market for freshwater Squirtle in our area, so we did special order this from an area where they're widely bred, heavily farmed, so easy to get, but we had to ship it in. We could not find this locally.
They aren't around here.
Yeah. So if you're looking for Squirtle, just know if you live in an area where they're not commonly found, you might need to place a little special order for that. So step one on making a Squirtle soup is making your own stock. Really, really easy. You just boil it for a while with some different herbs and spices. We don't really want to overpower the flavor, so we're just going to go ahead and throw our Squirtle in about 6 cups of water here in our stock pot. We have about 2 pounds that we did. You can do this with about 1.5 pounds, but since we had to special order it, we got a little extra. And then just have salt and cayenne pepper. You do want to hit a little bit of heat on this. It's typically like a southern dish, so they like a little heat in that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this on to boil, and it's gonna boil about 20 minutes. Just kind of soften that meat up and get it ready for us to cut it up into soup-sized bits.
We have to skim the foam off.
So now that this is boiling for about 20 minutes, we want to go ahead and get it drained. So I just have a little bowl with a strainer in it. I'll drain that out. And we're going to set our Squirtle meat aside to cool for just a little bit so that we can get that chopped up into soup-sized pieces. In the meantime, we're going to get the roux started, and we're just going to do that in the same pot. We're going to go ahead and get our roux started for our soup base. So you're going to use a whole stick of butter in there. We love butter in this house, and that will give nice rich flavor. And we use whole wheat flour typically, and it doesn't really change the flavor much, but makes it a little bit healthier. It might give it a little bit of a kind of a nuttier flavor, but just add some, like I said, a little healthiness to this with that stick of butter. So once that butter gets melted down, we're gonna go ahead and throw our flour in. Now that our roux, our basically just butter and flour has come together, we're gonna hit this with some of our onions and celery. The recipe does call for bell peppers, but I'm gonna be honest with all of you, I hate bell peppers. So we omitted them. But there is 2 whole onions in this, and about a 1/4 cup of celery. So we're gonna go ahead and get those in and get those vegetables cooked down a little bit so they're a little soft and translucent. That is a lot of onion. Should give a lot of flavor to this Squirtle soup. Now that we've got our onion and celery cooked down a little bit, it's getting a little limp, we're gonna throw in a few extra things. We've got some thyme, extra flavor, a lot of garlic. Garlic is a staple in our house. We used a lot of it. And we're also gonna add some bay leaves from the bay leaf. I've never actually been quite sure if they do anything, but we're gonna hope for a little extra punch of flavor out of this Squirtle soup. We'll give that a good stir and get those mixed in. You can smell that garlic in there. It's smelling great right now. Now that we've got that all stirred up, we are ready to throw in our Squirtle meat. We've also got some crushed tomatoes that we're gonna put in there as well. Tomatoes. And in goes our Squirtle. Get that all mixed up. Now that we've got this all mixed up, we want to throw in the last few things. So we have some more salt and cayenne pepper just to punch up that flavor. We have Worcestershire sauce. Gives a nice umami. Cooking sherry. We got that lemon zest. Give it nice crisp flavor. And 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And finally, we're gonna throw in all that Squirtle stock from earlier. We're gonna get this up to a boil and let that simmer for about 10 minutes before we add the last couple of items. This has been boiling for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna add our last couple of ingredients. We've got fresh chopped parsley and 4 chopped hard-boiled eggs. And again, we use Sparrow eggs pretty often in our house, so that's what these are. They're about the size of chicken eggs. They work really well. Add a lot of flavor. So we're gonna get that all mixed in to our beautiful Squirtle soup. You can smell that cayenne in there, and it smells just really good. I'm super excited for this. So now that we've got everything all mixed up, we're gonna go ahead and let this simmer for 45 minutes and get that Squirtle nice and tender. And to go along with this, we bought a wonderful sourdough loaf that we got from a local bakery here in town. We love them, go to them all the time, and I think it'll go really well with this Squirtle soup. See you guys in about 45 minutes. So this is boiled for about 45 minutes now. We're gonna go through and pick out those bay leaves. I think I put 4 in there. Wish me luck.
Oh. Yeah, hopefully you can find them all.
You know, one thing we didn't cover on this episode was why we don't like to cook the evolutions.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you talk about that while I get something to get those bay leaves out?
Yeah, this is another case for where you definitely want your first evolution. You don't want to do this with, definitely not with a Blastoise. You give all that extra artillery to deal with. Definitely not a good idea when you're trying to just, cook up a good meal. But the Squirtle definitely, the Wartortle is much hardier, much tougher meat.
It's kind of a jerk.
And not very tasty. And yeah, Blastoise is even worse. So definitely want to stick with just the Squirtle for this.
Let's go ahead and dish up a little bit here.
Okay.
This is very hearty looking.
Yeah, very. This is a thick soup.
Do you want to give it a try first?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. It's not too hot. It smells really good. The meat's good too.
Is it tasty?
Mm-hmm. It's tender.
Give it a little taste here.
Mm-hmm.
I love the smell of it. It's got that nice, the cayenne really comes through.
It's really aromatic. It smells great, tastes good.
That is tender.
Yeah. Very good. And spicy. I like that.
Squirtle for the win.
All right. Gotta eat them all.
Thanks for joining us this week, guys.
What? Ah!